got to get away from Babylon. You got to get up to Babylon. Yeah, the wicked man's plan is not for you. Got to do what you got to do. Pass come to the top of the sacred hill. Free your soul, yeah. Come to the top of the sacred hill and free your soul. No, no, no more holding on. Now you can flow like a river. No more holding on. Let go.
Right.
Hi guys, today I'm joined by Manon Trump, who, no, I said that wrong.
It's fine.
Okay. So guys, today I'm joined by Manon Trump, who is an earth priestess here at Glastonbury.
At the moment, I've been living here for 6 years. In 2012, I moved from Amsterdam to be here. And the first time that I got here was through a friend who told me about this place. I didn't know anything actually about Glastonbury. She told me something about, King Arthur and Avalon and all connected, and I always was interested in those stories. So I thought, well, let's go, let's have a look and see what's out there. And it was a homecoming. It was beautiful, and I just felt very much at ease. And later now I know that Avalon is all about this unconditional acceptance of who you are and the unconditional love, and it's called the heart chakra of the world.
It is indeed, yeah. Yeah, this is what drew me here. Like, I didn't know anything about Glastonbury, and I was just called here, and then, my life changed off on that tour. Very transforming place, isn't it?
It is, and if you, my theory about it is because so many ley lines cross underneath it, the earth energy lines.
Yeah, can you explain to people that don't know anything about ley lines?
All right.
What they are?
They're earth energy lines, I call them. You can't really see them. And they're not like straight lines like we would they could be going like this, like a wave. And it kind of connects, it's like a grid. It kind of connects some important places in the earth with each other. So it could be connected to Stonehenge or other places that are important.
So the ancients, or whoever built these sacred sites, knew something about these ley lines before?
They knew it, they felt it, it was in them. They already knew exactly where to go, because intuitively, they were highly developed intuitively. And so they knew exactly where a sacred spot would be. They would just go there and say, okay, here. Stonehenge is built on a powerful crossing, and some other places. The old stone circles were on sacred sites as well. And then later the churches took them over.
It can't be stressed how important these sites are.
Yes.
And they still are important even today.
Yes.
And it's to do with the energy of these sites.
Yeah. Well, what it does, what I've noticed when I take people to sacred sites, because that's one of the things that I do, I kind of, sort of a sacred tour guide, and it opens up something in them. And it's because all these lines, these earth energy lines, we have energy lines inside ourselves as well.
Yeah, we have our own grid.
We are connected to that.
Yeah.
So when you come to a powerful place like that, it opens up something in you.
Is it like a remembering?
Yeah,
Or connection?
I think that is exactly right.
Yeah.
It is about remembering who you are, naturally, truly. Because everybody's like, we find your true self and natural self. It might sound crazy, but it is actually what it's all about.
It's one of those things, it's hard to believe unless you actually experience it yourself.
Yes.
We've both experienced it.
Yeah.
You visit these sites like enough times, you'll raise your awareness, you'll raise your consciousness, and you'll start to look at life a bit differently, I think.
Absolutely. The thing is that we have been brought up in a society that's quite unnatural. It's been created on the basis of money and economy and rational thinking and all of that. And they forgot a very important, give place to an important part of us, which is the intuitive side of us, which is the energy side of us. And so when we are raised from kids, we don't learn how to deal with that or to be with that. So what happens is an important part of you is sort of cut off from your life, and that is why I think we got so many depressed people in the world, or soulless, as I say.
Yeah.
Because we are natural beings. You know, you're a natural. We're all a natural, but we're in an unnatural society.
I'm very interested in energy at the moment because, there's just so much to know. I mean, we're all energy. Everything is energy. And so knowing this, it makes life very interesting because it's like, well, if we can work with this energy, how can we make our lives better from it? So what sort of things can we do with energy? Like,
well, if you look at, if you know that energy is alive, you know, and that you can work with it, that means you can make magic happen.
Alchemy.
Alchemy, yeah. That means that if you tune into something, that you can use the energy of a tree or the grass or the sun or the moon, maybe to start kind of manifesting something. Yeah. And if you believe in that, then things actually work like that. And I have, you know, experienced it myself.
It does seem like when you focus your energy on something,
yes,
the world the universe makes sure that you get all the help you need, doesn't it?
It only does that if it comes from the heart.
Yeah, the heart.
And if you don't want to control it, like you don't want to know the how. You don't want to know exactly the outcome or how it, you know. You have to let that go.
That's the problem I have because I like controlling. I want
That's what we
I want
all
this
have.
interview to go exactly how I want it. Not happening.
The feminine is also about the flow, you
Yeah.
know, and so you got to trust that.
Yeah.
You got to trust that. And energy is also it flows everywhere. You can't really contain it, can you? It just goes through everything, really. And that's the same. Yeah, but you're right. If you focus on something and it comes from the heart, then and you believe that it is actually going to happen, you know, you trust it, then yes, it will.
Was that where The Secrets comes from? Yeah, the book The Secret.
The book The Secret.
The Law of Attraction.
Yeah,
is that kind of the same
I think
path as that?
Absolutely. Some of that is yeah. It's very old wisdom, basically. You know, it's ancient wisdom. We just forgotten how to use it. It's about raising your frequency.
Yeah.
Because, you know, energy frequency is all to do with that. So meditation helps with that. Feeling good about yourself helps with that.
I have trouble there.
Yeah. Being relaxed and being open to see something or look at something. And
is it very
believe
subtle? Like when you
it
say
is very subtle, yeah. Very, yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about the history of Glastonbury, like the Celtic traditions and everything?
Sure, yeah. Glastonbury has a pagan history, but then of course obviously the Romans came and the Christians came, and then it became a very important Christian centre with the Abbey. Was kind of like the Jerusalem of the UK. It was a very important spiritual centre, and now we're actually kind of living side by side. So the Christianity next to Buddhism, Sufis, paganism, everything is kind of like a melting pot now, which I love. Yeah. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah. I mean, every kind of religion and everything else kind of blends harmoniously here, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And like I said, this is about unconditional acceptance. And that's what I love about Glastonbury.
Yeah.
I feel that this is a place that shows the world how things naturally could be. I think the way we deal with each other and the way we don't pressure each other or judge each other is an example to the rest of the world.
I still feel like it's not in a lot of people's radar, this place. Like it's still kind of hidden, isn't it, from the world?
I hope so.
People think of the... Otherwise they'd be flocking. If everyone knew about this place, they would all be coming in.
It would be
droves,
like
wouldn't it?
Stonehenge with every day thousands of visitors. Don't come, please. No, it's like the legend of the Isle of Avalon being in the mist. You know, we are in the mist. And only when you have that calling, or, you know, something calls you to come here, You will.
It was like Kathy said, the mist is about consciousness.
Yes.
If you're not on that level of consciousness, this place is not going to be. You're not going to be able to see it, are you?
Exactly that. Exactly that.
You got to do iboga, a whole lot of yoga, meditation to settle you down, and then it's no more holding on. No, 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 no more holding on. You're gonna climb to the top of the hill. You're gonna free your soul. Yeah, you're gonna climb to the top of the hill. You're gonna free your soul. Free your soul.